I went to Penn State as an undergrad, and I started out as an architecture major, and I was planning to go into urban planning. I changed my major after 3 days. I got terrified by my freshman architecture professor, and I ran to the art department thinking, I'll just do this until I think of something else that I really want to do. And then I had some really wonderful professors there, and so I stayed on and on and on. I was a printmaking and drawing major, and my work was always representational and friendly. So, I mean, I think it was friendly. So it always seemed to me that illustration was something that I might ultimately do, but I was in a college art program where the fine arts and the commercial arts did not have a really friendly relationship. So I was not encouraged in that direction since I was in the fine art part. So I had no idea how to get there, and so I just kept doing fine arts for some time. In grad school, which I also did in printmaking, and which I did mostly because I didn't know what else to do next. I started thinking then again about illustrating, and after I finished grad school, I actually took a class at another school in illustration and really liked it. But again, I just took the one class and I didn't really know where to go. So I worked for a while as a graphic designer. Then I had this chance occurrence. I was visiting my hometown, and I was talking with somebody who grew up across the street from me, who, when we were growing up, I didn't know her very well because she was about 6 years older than me. Her brother was a friend of mine, he was my age. And we got to talking, and she was a software writer, a children's educational software writer. And she was working on a program called Color and Read in English and Spanish. It was a bilingual computer coloring book. She needed somebody to do the drawings, so I said, okay, I'll do that. And artistically, the main requirement for these drawings was that all the lines formed complete closed units, so that if the child clicked on this spot, it wouldn't color in the whole picture. They had to be these separate little units. But I was living in Michigan at the time, and she was in Pittsburgh, and we did this all via the US mail. And I just really enjoyed so much getting to know her through this process. She was great to work with. I wanted to extend our friendship. So I sent her some color copies, photocopies of some drawings that I had done, just to say, this is who I am, this is what I like to do. And she signed me up for a conference in Pittsburgh that was a children's book writing and illustrating conference. And it included a portfolio review with the art director of Green Willow Books. So she told me, what you need to do is take a well-known story or fairy tale, make 6 drawings about it, so that they can see that you can take one character through many situations, have the character be recognizable, have the 6 drawings be different enough to be interesting, but coherent enough to be a group. And I met with Ava Weiss, who was the art director of Green Willow Books, and she looked at my portfolio. She was very encouraging, and she said, your work is eminently publishable. And then she said, do you also write? And I found out later that this is a question she asks everybody whose portfolio she looks at. But at the time, I thought she had spotted some hidden talent in me that no one else ever had. And I said, well, I have some ideas. And she said, send us your ideas. And she gave me her business card. So I went home, and I had been thinking about this little story for 3 months. And so it was somehow really easy to write down and type up. In 3 days, I wrote it down and typed it up, and I sent it off, and they wanted to buy it, and they wanted me to illustrate it. So I thought, well, maybe this is something I can do. I was 35 years old when that happened, so I'm a late bloomer poster child.